Hello everyone, myself Priya Deshwal. I am doing PhD from IIT Delhi. So, in today's presentation, I am going to discuss that why we need quantum mechanics. If we already have a successful classical mechanics theory, then why we need quantum mechanics. So, in today's discussion, I will discuss some of the phenomena which was not explained by classical mechanics and how beautifully quantum mechanics will explain those phenomena. In today's presentation, I am going to discuss that points. Okay, generally in PhD interviews, the students have their list of their favorite subjects, and generally they say that quantum is my favorite subjects. So interviewer is going to ask to you, maybe he and she can ask that why we need quantum mechanics if we already have classical mechanics. Okay, so in order to explain those points, I am going to discuss that which phenomena are not explained by classical mechanics and quantum mechanics explain those phenomena. So first phenomena is black body radiation. So before 19th century, this phenomena was explained by some classical physicists, but they are not able to explain this phenomena completely. So there are some experimental observation. You can see in this graph on y-axis we have spectral density, that is energy density, and on x-axis we have frequency. So for a particular frequency we have a particular value of energy density. This curve was observed experimentally, and here note that I am not going to explain completely about black body radiation. In this lecture I am going to explain that what are those points of black body radiation which are not explained by classical physics. Okay, so we can see from this graph that it will shift to higher value of frequency as we increase temperature. So this was one of the consequence of phenomena of black body radiation. So I'm not going to discuss this point here. I just explain here that how classical mechanics is not able to explain this. So before 1900, there are two scientists, Rayleigh and Wiens. So on basis of classical mechanics, they do not able to completely explain this phenomena. So Wiens explain this phenomena at low frequency, at high frequencies. So Wiens classical theory is only able to explain this phenomena at high frequencies. So the graph at higher frequencies was explained by Wiens, and Rayleigh was another scientist who explained this curve at lower frequencies. It means there is no there at that time there is not any classical successful theory which can explain this curve completely. Okay, so then again a breakthrough come when in 1900 Planck gave his idea of quantization of energy, that every electromagnetic radiation is we can take that each electromagnetic radiation is constitute of photons, that is electromagnetic radiations are now quantized. So by taking this concept, the Planck's able to explain this curve fully. So thus we can see that by taking quantum mechanics, by taking the concept of quantum mechanics, which was introduced first time by Planck's, that energy of electromagnetic radiation is quantized. So by this phenomena, we can explain this curve fully. Thus, quantum mechanics explain this phenomena. Now, the next phenomena is photoelectric effect. So, this phenomena is also not explained by classical mechanics, and quantum mechanics explains it completely using Planck's quantization rule. Okay, so it was the one of the experimental result of photoelectric effect, that photoelectric effect take place when there is a threshold frequency of radiation instead of intensity. It means we require a particular threshold frequency in order to emit the electron from the metal surface. Okay, this was experimental result, and we have to prove this result by any successful theory, and classical mechanics is not able to explain this phenomena. Why? Why classical mechanics is not able to explain this phenomena? Because according to classical physics, that how radiation interact with matter. Okay, the radiations interact with matter in a continuous fashion according to classical mechanics. And when we take this point and try to explain this phenomena by classical mechanics, then classical mechanics is not able to explain this threshold frequency point, because according to classical mechanics, if our frequency is less than threshold frequency, and then at a particular suppose our frequency is less than threshold frequency and we give energy to the electrons of metal, then they absorb energy, and and they will get sufficient energy even at lower value of threshold frequency, and then get emit from the metal surface. So this was opposite to as observed in experiments, because in experiments it was clearly shown that we require a particular threshold frequency of incident radiation in order to emit electrons. Thus, but according to classical mechanics, we can emit electron even from any frequency. So classical mechanics is not able to explain this phenomena also, and quantum mechanics explain it using Planck's quantization rule. So in 1905, mind it, in 1900, Planck gave his rule of quantization of energy, and in 1905, Einstein gave his complete successful theory of photoelectric effect, and he also get Nobel Prize for this explanation. So this phenomena is also not explained by classical mechanics. Now, the next phenomena is Compton effect. Okay, so Compton effect is also not explained by classical physics. So Compton was a scientist who explained this phenomena. So there is an experimental point which we observe in our experiments, and we have to trace that whether which which mechanics, either classical or quantum, is going to explain this point. Okay, now the point of experiment was that wavelength of scattered radiation is larger than the incident radiation when X-ray scattered from a free electron. What does it mean? It means when X-ray is scattered with an electron, the scattered wavelength means scattered radiation have higher wavelength than that of incident. So this point was observed experimentally, but classical mechanics is also a good fail to explain this point, because according to classical mechanics, radiations interact with matter in a continuous fashion, and when X-ray comes to the electron, then electrons start vibrating, and start vibrating with same frequency, and the vibrating electron again emit a radiation which has wavelength equal to that of incident frequency. So it means when classical mechanics is trying to explain this effect, then according to classical mechanics, the incident wavelength and scattered wavelength should have equal wavelength. But in experiments, it is opposite to this case. In experiments, we observe that wavelength of scattered radiation is larger than that of incident radiation. So classical mechanics is also not able to explain this point, but when Compton, Compton successfully explained this point by treating the incident radiation as a stream of particles or photons colliding with individual electrons. Thus, as we can see in books like Jetli, that we have Compton shift. What does this Compton shift signify? It means there is some wavelength shift when in the incident and in scattered radiation. Thus, all these three phenomena are not explained by classical mechanics, and quantum mechanics explain these phenomena. Okay, in this video, I just explain that we have we need a successful quantum theory in order to explain these physical phenomena, and classical mechanics is not able to explain these points. Okay, thank you.